On the western reaches of the Sussex Plains is the pretty coastal resort of Lancing. Home to spacious beaches, it's been called the largest village in the UK. But this house doesn't feature on any of the postcards. The kitchen, the 2 bedrooms and the lounge are in complete chaos. And it's where we find pet dog 2 Socks and her owner, Judith.
Oh, blimey, it's hard to breathe with all this stuff. Just makes me want to cry. It's just weird, just like, how is this my life? How is this what I've created? It just doesn't make sense.
After decades of short-term lets, this is Judith's very first home of her own. But she's struggling to keep on top of it.
Right, this is supposed to be the main bedroom, and the windows got left open, so it's been a bit cold. It'd be good to be able to close them. Same with this one. There's a huge big bookcase that wouldn't fit in the front room. That's jamming it up. I don't actually need that much stuff, that's the irony of it. And I always had this dream that all of my stuff would fit in my car and then I could just go anywhere. This is where I spend most of my time and where we live, really. So the bed is a kind of multi-purpose space. So this place was never really made into what felt like a home, so that's something it deserves better than this. It doesn't deserve to be a pickle.
Many hoarders live solitary lives. But 2 years ago, Judith discovered there's a reason she finds socialising so hard.
Recently I got diagnosed with Asperger's. The way that I think is not how other people think, whereas I just thought, this isn't making sense and I don't get it. Once I start talking, I can be too familiar or say too much, and then people say, how are you? It's like, well, if you ask me how am I, it's because you want to know, but they often just want to say hi. And then somehow I wouldn't have any close friends and I didn't understand why. I'm not sure what to make of that. So I'm learning to just step back and sort of just listen more and not say anything. It does feel like a barrier, like I've made a kind of wall, so walling myself in rather than like a protection to outside and walling myself in. If I fill it up with so much mess, nobody can come in anyway. So that I don't have to bother about social invites, I don't have to worry about helping people because I'm not in a situation that I can do that. But I'm sabotaging myself at the same time, and it really does feel like a sort of quicksand.
Judith knows she needs to change, not just for the sake of her mental health, but also for 2 Socks.
It'll be much better for her. She's got very good at reversing in the tiny little spaces that we have. Yeah, and you like to go rummaging in there and I can't get in to see what you're rummaging. I'm proving that I'm having a problem. Will somebody please notice? I need some help here. And I don't know what to do.
In Liverpool, 79-year-old Joyce has happily lived in this 2-bedroom end terrace for half her life. But things are not so happy now.
This is the dumping ground. Everything gets dumped in this one. I'm a bugger for buying clothes. I really am.
Her bedrooms are chock-a-block with clutter. Her living room is a tipping ground, including a spare oven. And her kitchen is a nightmare.
It's a complete bloody mess. It needs sorting out. If I see anything you like, I say, oh, I'll get that. This room, I want that to go, that to go, that to go. And then I can have the room back to the way it was a long time ago. Just, bits and bobs that I buy. I can't resist. I just can't resist buying clothes. Well, we're going in my bedroom now. What I want for this room is I want it to be a bedroom, not like a pig hole. It's a disgrace.
Like many hoarders, she wasn't the first in her family.
My mother was a bit of a hoarder. She hoarded boxes and shopping bags and stuff like that. As the saying goes, like mother, like daughter, isn't it? I want all this hoarding gone. I want my place back the way it was, like it was years ago. I want to start afresh. And I mean afresh. And I hope I don't ever do it again.
Joyce has called in Joe, the self-proclaimed clean-up kid, to use his 10 years of experience to help her. But first, he needs to see what he's up against.
We're going to come down and see if we can clean it up for it, do our best work for it.
Joe knows that for hoarders with mobility problems, their habit is also a health hazard.
We need to just get it all cleared out for it, because it's just not safe for it, you know. There's too much stuff in here.
But he's spotted something even more hazardous. One of the most common byproducts of being a hoarder.
Yeah, rat poo.
I don't know if anybody else in the streets got them, and if they have, they don't talk about it. You see, and it's a subject I don't bring up because I don't like bringing up to saying, have you got rats? Oh, I got rats.
It's not the biggest job I've ever done, but it's one of the dirtiest, if I would say it. Like, it's just the rat situation.
Coming up, Judith struggles to clear her hoard.
I'm all shaky and fearful just from being with the cardboard boxes.
And Joyce's cleaners get to the root of the problem.
There's fresh droppings there, look. So that's where they're coming in from anyway. Oh yeah, there's lots of rat droppings up here.
In Liverpool, Joe and his team are kitted out and ready to help clear Joyce's hoard.
You okay, Joyce?
Yeah. What I hope to get from Joe is a nice, clean house. Because it might bring me to my senses what I've been doing all these years, hoarding stuff.
They're off to a good start, and with Joyce fully on board, it looks like this job could be easier than expected.
So we're going to get all the clothes bagged up, bring them down to Joyce and see what she wants and what she doesn't want.
But there's nearly 40 years' worth of belongings to sort through, dating back to when she first moved in here with her partner Norman.
He was marvellous. He'd do anything for me, and he was a perfect gentleman.
Joyce's perfect gent died 20 years ago. Since then, finding the strength to keep on top of her hoarding has been tough.
Some days I get up and I can't be bothered to do anything at all. And I'm like that until I go to bed. And I think, oh yeah, I'll tidy up tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. And it never gets done.
But the mess she has created has now got out of hand.
Oh yeah, there's lots of rat droppings up here. Get ready?
The hoarding has attracted so many rats, it's too big a job for Joe.
Oh God, yeah, look at that. There's fresh droppings there, look. So that's where they're coming in from anyway.
That man should do that, shouldn't he?
Joyce is going to have to call in a specialist to put a stop to her rat infestation.
And every time I hear one running along the hall, my stomach changes. Think, oh Christ, no.
In Lansing, Judith wants to stop hoarding.
Blimey, that's probably not very clean.
But living with Asperger's, a form of autism, means she has to do it her way. So, she's called an old friend to help out, Lisa, also known as Mother Clutter, who just happens to be an expert cleaner.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, there's a lot more stuff than last. This all wasn't here last time.
Lisa has already made one failed attempt to help Judith clear her hoard, and this time it's got worse.
Oh. Okay, this is, yeah, we can't even get in here. Oh my God, I can't even see in there. I feel a little anxious because it's a big job and there's a lot to do. And as I always say to my clients, it's not that stressful for me because I'm not having to make all the decisions about things, but it will be a very hard day for Judith, that's for sure.
A skip has arrived, along with some extra help. But to ease Judith in gently, Lisa decides to start outside.
The idea of having to part with stuff and being made to make decisions quickly, that is the hard thing for me. That's hard. It's just got a lot of memories, and it's a shame that it's gone like that. I'm not looking forward to that. You know, I get quite stressed and it takes a long time to decide. Bless it.
Come on then, find me a big thing that you want to go in the skip.
Number 1, mouldy cushion. And can I take it?
You're going to take it. Go
The
on.
first one.
Go on. Whee!
Here we go. Out. You've got your
Hey! The start of it.
Yes.
We're chipping away at the mountain.
That was my desk lamp when I was a teenager. And I'm 51 now, so how long has that been sitting around?
Hey, my first editions.
These things have all just died. Yes.
Dead flamingo now.
That was a present from my mum.
Oh, don't chuck that.
No,
Stick it in the garden.
It's got rather dead though.
Are you going to let it
It's by
go?
the door. I'll leave it for today, and maybe by the time you go, it can go.
Okay. All right, then go on. Stick it in the grass somewhere.
It's been a good start, but Judith knows there are tougher times ahead.
I'm cheating a little bit, starting with stuff that you can't really keep, so it's not difficult. So the hard things are to come, but start with building up the momentum, I guess.
In Liverpool, the hoarding behaviour Joyce has inherited from her mum has attracted some unwelcome guests.
It's the rats. It's the rats. I don't know why I've got them. Probably because I've got too much stuff and what have you, and that's why I want to get rid of the stuff. Because once I got rid of the stuff, I don't think, please God, touch wood again, that I won't have them.
Clearing the hoard has been halted while Andy, a pest control expert, looks for how the rats are getting in.
There's lots of droppings here, major smear marks here, Drew. If you have a look there.
Oh yeah.
Can you see?
Right on the lip of the hole.
Yeah. So there's lots of droppings there. Again, there's a whole cavity at the back of the wall where there's a hole being cut out previously. I think there was it looks like to me like an air vent.
Joe's team has cleared the way for Andy to inspect the backyard, but it's not what Andy expected to discover.
Well, obviously there's a hole that side of the wall. I was expecting to come out here and see a hole this side of the wall. So there's actually no ingress points at the back here. So what I'm thinking now is that the rats are actually coming down from the ceiling.
Back in Lansing, the bungalow crammed full of belongings is still waiting to be cleared. it's going to be a difficult day for Judith.
Are you ready for that back room?
Yeah, deep breath.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Deciding what things could go from her garden was one thing,
So we're going for the right-hand mountain, not the left-hand one.
but Judith's relationship with her hoard inside is more complicated.
Right, so let's literally just bag it and put it on your bed, and then we'll go back to the bags.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Just having things around is a sort of like a comfy blanket or an extra layer of something between me and everything. And that's one of the things what I've been finding difficult. There we go, another bag. Once it's clear, then what? You know, I don't quite know how to deal with the then what.
I can almost enter the room.
Oh wow, well done.
Almost.
That'll be a momentous occasion. Boxes.
Right, I'm going to keep the boxes coming through then.
Judith's plan is to take the best stuff to a charity shop and skip the rest.
Well, you can recycle cardboard, can't
Yeah,
you?
just I'm going to need boxes for charity shopping things and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, how much more boxes are there?
There's a lot of boxes.
Cardboard boxes are really useful.
Have you got like a system that you're going to do with them? You look a bit...
It's not any good asking me. I don't know what to do. So this can go outside.
Like when it overwhelms you, just imagine how nice it's going to be when they're gone.
Yes, I'm already thinking that.
Having to make so many decisions so quickly is Judith's worst nightmare.
I'm all shaky and tearful just from being with the cardboard boxes. It's just a bit overwhelming, just the quantity and all the stuff and the bits and otherwise I'm not sure. It's just, I guess, moving all the energy around or, yeah.
Having spent years helping hoarders, Lisa knows that clients get anxious the deeper into the hoard they get, because that's where the memories are.
I didn't even know actually that there was a grandma stuff in here, but there's obviously a grandma stuff in that she's inherited, that the mum's inherited, and then when the mum's died, Judith's inherited the whole lot. So she's now got sort of the grandmas, the mums, and all her own personal stuff as well on top of it. This front bit is just all her own personal stuff, but we'll get through that layer to find the stuff that she really has to deal with.
Back in Liverpool, Andy knows why Joyce has a rat problem, but he's not yet found out how they're getting in.
In a hoarder's house, rats, they've got so many hiding places because there's so much stuff in the property, and they can go undetected, or for quite some time because there's that many places to hide.
This all started about 20 years ago after Norman died. Then I started to hoard stuff, and I know I was wrong in doing this. I shouldn't have done. I should have taken more care of the house and probably more care of myself.
How are you doing, Joe? What can you see? A lot of rat droppings.
Some fresh as well, to be honest.
Okay. At least 100 droppings up there. I'll pass you 2 at a time. And just put them round the entrance.
The rats are getting in through Joyce's roof.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do a combination of baits and traps.
You can hear rustle.
Watch these floor strips very, very, very slow.
And it's really getting to me.
I'm going to be putting chocolate spread on 8 of the traps, and I'm also going to be putting crunchy peanut butter on the other 8 traps. I'm just mixing it up with the baits. Sometimes they love the Nutella, sometimes they love the peanut butter.
One time I went to bed and I thought, what the hell's that? And I just went like that, and it was a baby rat on my bed sleeping on the pillow. So consequently, I couldn't sleep in that bed. I had to sleep down here in the chair.
But Joyce has now heard a noise closer to home.
Andy?
Yeah?
You do know there's one in here, don't you?
Now?
In this front room, yeah.
There's one in there now?
The things in there.
In Lancing, a breakthrough.
Well, we're in, so that's a good thing. We're in here.
But it's come at a cost.
Just realising that I think I've been kind of in shock really for the last 7 years since Mum died, and something about all this, and even just like the boxes just opened. It's not even a floodgate. It's just like it's just opened up something that's just coming out. So if I've got tears dripping down my face, that's fine. It just they need to come out because I haven't really done that yet.
As an only child, Judith was particularly close to her mum.
She got ill and had a brain tumour that came quite suddenly. When she died, it was just like, OK, she's died and she's gone. But it really hit me, and I was on my own quite a lot after that.
Judith inherited all her mum's belongings and has never felt able to part with them. So she's asked bereavement counsellor Charlene for some help.
Bereavement hoarding is very common. Your thought process is, you know, I have to hold on to these. This is the last bit of memory that I've got of the individual, which then can lead on to other forms of hoarding.
Hello. Hi.
Hiya, Judith.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Thank you very much for coming.
Judith, is it possible for you to walk me through the process of when the hoarding began?
Ever since I can remember, I've always had difficulty getting rid of things and knowing what to keep and what not to keep. My mum also, I think, had trouble getting rid of things. She had a whole load of wooden spoons and bags of material, and I think that just kind of, not really sure quite how it changed into this.
Finding the strength to let go of her mum's belongings has proved too difficult for Judith to deal with.
She's in me and I don't need the stuff, but for a long time I did need the stuff, and when I'm faced with the stuff, it's hard to part with it sometimes. But on the other hand, I'm tired of just things everywhere.
So when you do see items, Judith, it's a case of asking yourself, do I really need it or do I want it? Because you've now formed these habits and it's trying to make the familiar unfamiliar to you.
So to make the familiar unfamiliar.
Yeah.
And so interesting, the process of clearing out today, I mean, the last couple of days, is that breaking through the big wall that was the back room, you just couldn't get in it. So somehow opening that up, which was not even me doing it, but I just ended up like feeling something was opening, and I started crying differently.
Take care.
Okay. Bye. Bye. There's lots of little things that really do need to go that have nice thoughts attached to them, but I can change it. That's what I have to keep reminding myself, that I don't need the stuff. And also, even with my mum, yes, I've got one photo and I've got a few things. That's, she's in me. I don't need the stuff.
Coming up, Joyce gets a rude awakening.
By God, did it go? It went, frightened the bloody life out of me.
And it's all too much for Judith.
The amount of stuff, I just like every little corner seems to have stuff in it.
In Liverpool, Joyce's hoarding means her home is overrun with rats. Rat catcher Andy has been chasing them all over the house. And there's finally been a breakthrough.
You'll have to move the table right over by the fireplace.
OK, so yeah, there's a lot of droppings here at the back here. There's a hole at the back of this cabinet here. So I'm thinking the rat's actually in the cabinet.
Now?
Could be now, yeah. Just have a look through that gap there and see if there are any droppings.
Yeah, there's a lot of droppings.
Is there?
Cabinet. There's a good handful at the back of the cabinet.
Just
at the back.
So the rat's actually been in the cabinet next to where Joyce is actually sitting, which isn't great.
Yeah,
there's droppings actually in the drawers there. Sad, so sad what's happening to her.
Joyce has been tempted to leave all this behind, but she can't bear to leave the home she shared with Norman.
I like being here because my partner was here and all the memories are here. I know I can take the memories with me up there, but I can't take him to where I want to go.
Okay.
Come
Hi,
on.
Joyce.
Yeah.
It's only Andy.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. No.
All right, so I've put all the baits and traps in place for you now today.
Yeah.
We're going to leave that for a couple of days, and I'm going to come back in a couple of days and check everything for you.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. I am a physical wreck, I'm being honest. They were in my bedroom last night and they ripped all my bed sheets.
Okay, well, I'm here to get on top of that. That's my job to sort all that out.
Right, well, thank you very much for
right.
doing it for me.
No, don't you get upset, lovely. Don't you get upset.
I feel as though my house and it's dirty.
No, we'll sort it out for you. Don't you worry. You're getting the help now.
Yeah,
and that's what
thanks.
In Lansing, Judith has been hoarding her mother's belongings ever since she died 7 years ago.
I do have attachments to things. I'm going to be going, and it's like the plastic flowers may not look like much, but I used to do stage decor with them, and I used to go buy them with my mum. And I just remember walking down the street with armfuls of them and saying, I just feel ridiculously happy. That was the word.
But Judith has come to a decision. She doesn't want to live like this anymore.
There's an awful lot of stuff that all needs to go, really. There's a few things I would rescue out of it, but the rest needs to go.
Oh my God, that is music to my ears. But at least you've come to this point where you are wanting to get rid of it. I can only think that it's good though, if I'm honest.
Oh, totally agree. Absolutely
get to work
agree.
through this, work through this hoard, work through those feelings and get to the other side.
I'd really like to just somehow, don't be too soft on me.
Disney princess carriage bed. Every girl needs one of them.
It's been an emotional day for Judith, but Mother Clutter has a surprise in store for her.
It's amazing.
It is amazing, and I keep thinking that you are this much lighter now. That's how much lighter you are, is this one.
Wow.
And another one tomorrow.
Yeah,
maybe we've done too well. It's time for skip number 2.
I know, I didn't even know that we'd fill the first one, and there's another one. I need to get another one.
In Liverpool, Joyce's entire home is one big rat trap.
I just want to change. I just want the place to be different, and I can sit and relax, and I think it's about time I stopped.
Joyce thinks she may have inherited her hoarding behaviour from her mum. She's hoping Counsellor Claire might give her some answers.
It'll be really quite interesting to talk to her today to see what she remembers and how much insight she's got into the routines that she's gotten into, and maybe the way she's mimicking what she saw Mum do as she was growing up. Joyce! So I can see that you're midway through having a clear out.
Yeah.
Have you always then struggled, Joyce, to let stuff go?
Yes, yeah.
Growing up, was Mum very much the keep everything, keep it all, don't waste it?
Yeah, that's it, she was. My mum died, you see. My mum died. I wasn't allowed in the house when my mum died. Not with my sister around, because she did everything, Margaret. She tipped all kinds out belonging to me and what have you. Oh, yeah.
And you're more inclined to behave in the same way as Mum, and she isn't?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so is that your mum and dad?
Yeah, that's my mum and dad.
Whilst many hoarders cope with the death of a parent by hoarding their possessions, when Joyce's mum died, she was left with nothing but memories.
To be honest, sometimes when I'm having a drink here on my own, I sit and reminisce, and I end up crying. And then if I play a CD and it's a typical song, and I think, yeah, that's my mother. That's my mother.
I'm imagining you didn't really get to grieve over Mum.
Oh, no.
And this is, I would guess, some of this is the physical manifestation of that hurt.
Yeah.
You're living in a prison right now, and the prison is partly of your own making.
It is of my own making. Half of it's my own fault. I should have chucked it out. It's a bit late now in my time of bloody life, isn't it?
Don't give up on yourself. It's not ever too late. You're many years young, Joyce, and there's still time to enjoy a bit of life. I think.
Yeah. I intend to, Cliff, when all this is done, and when you're allowed to go away, I'm going to go away and enjoy myself.
Good.
I'm going to Blackpool.
Good. You do that. You get one of those hats. Kiss me quick, squeeze me slow.
Yeah.
I really think that this is a turning point for Joyce, and I really hope that it is. She's elderly, and I think she really deserves to just have some quality of life, just some happy years.
I feel that's the reason why I've been hoarding the way I have, and that, but it won't happen again.
Over in Lancing, a second skip is being delivered. Mother Clutter needs a strong Judith this morning if she's to finally free herself from the barricade to her belongings.
You all right this morning, Judith?
Not brilliant. I'm doing my best, so I'll kind of get into the groove later. It was just quite a lot happened yesterday, so.
Judith has boxed herself into living in one room of her bungalow.
Right, how have we got on then? What's next?
Today, it's time to clear the kitchen.
This can go to the charity shop.
Well, that's a good big thing, gone.
Now the bulb to go in there. These ones. So, charity shop it.
Judith's doing well.
I am expecting miracles.
Oh.
Very well.
How many wooden spoons does a girl need?
Which one's your favourite?
That one. But that one's got a good shape if you want to scoop more stuff. That one's good if you're trying to turn the light switch on because you can't reach. That one's got a bit split, but it's nice and neat.
I feel you've thought this through quite a bit.
Well, unfortunately, I inherited from my mum. She said that all my friends.
Oh.
But while things are looking up in Lancing, in Liverpool, Joyce has been woken by an ominous sound.
It's only small.
Is it? Don't bring it in here. I'm shutting the bloody door.
A rat trap going off.
All right, Joyce.
And was that you? At 6:30 to 7:15 when it went off.
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, what the hell is that?
Hiya, Joe. Mate, okay? Yeah, you? Yeah. So, yeah, this morning,
You got your torch through?
we got told we heard a big bang under here.
Okay, great stuff.
And there's one in there anyway.
Okay.
For you to have a look at. Tell her to rock on it,
Hiya, hon.
Hi, by God.
You all
Did
right?
it go? It went frightened the bloody life out of me.
Big bang.
Bang!
Was it like Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
As last night's catch gets loaded into the van, Joe and his team can get back to clearing the cause of the infestation, Joyce's hoard.
How are you getting on, Joe?
Sandra looks boss now.
Does it? Oh, good.
You'll be amazed now, Joyce.
I will. Okay. Thanks very much, Joe.
Joyce can finally start imagining what it will be like living without a hoard.
I don't think it's going to be a tip for very much long. It's going to be like, how can I put it? Like a palace should be, you know. But I don't know what a palace looks like.
Back Back in Lansing, skip number 2 is taken away and it's all hands on deck.
Don't want any dramas today, thank you very much.
Judith's neighbour Pearl has offered to take 2 socks for the day.
How's it going? How's it going? Well, this is skip number 3, so we're steaming on. Good girl.
It's easy to get into that state and start piling stuff up and getting worse. I'm interested to see the difference it's going to be for her.
Mother Clutter and Scarlett are finishing off the kitchen.
Okay, so we are trying to make an area for Judith to eat at, basically. So this table that's covered in just stuff, we're trying to condense that down and so she can sit at the table and eat a meal, basically.
And Judith is tackling the bathroom.
But I haven't actually been able to have a bath because the door wouldn't shut and the windows were open in the back room and I couldn't get in there, so it was too cold.
And the room where she and 2 socks live, eat and sleep.
Was really organised once upon a time. The amount of stuff, I just like every little corner seems to have stuff in it. So yeah, still some more to do.
Coming up, Joyce gets another shock.
Oh my God.
And Judith gets a new lease of life.
People cared and they came and they helped. And it's changed everything.
In Liverpool, as the clean comes to an end, Joyce is in a reflective mood.
After it's all done, I'll probably be all right. I've never felt so ashamed as I do now of all the stuff and bloody dirt and all the rest of it.
And the 79-year-old is finally on her way to see what's been achieved. For years, Joyce has been hoarding clothes, excess furniture, anything she can lay her hands on.
Oh my, oh, it looks lovely. Looks lovely, nice and tidy. I've never seen it so bloody tidy. You've done a blooming good job.
The piles of junk downstairs is the perfect place for rats to roam. But now,
oh my God.
her kitchen is clean. Her once messy front room, now cleared.
Look at this. You wouldn't believe it was the same room.
Yeah.
It's different, absolutely different.
And the overcrowded TV room she shared with rat-infested cupboards. Now a haven for Joyce to relax in.
Lovely. Yeah, it's great. Made up with it. Absolutely made up. You've done a fantastic job.
Glad you're happy with everything.
Yeah, I am. I'm very happy with it. Okay then.
Okay, Joyce.
Yeah, right. Straw, Joe.
I'm proud of doing that for her because I feel like I've given her a new lease of life, you know. She was stuck in a corner.
I feel 10 times better. And it's tidy and it's clean. And touch wood that I don't get any more four-legged friends. My hopes for the future is that I keep it like this and keep on top of it.
In Lansing, there's one final job for Lisa and Judith.
I've been sleeping on the floor on cushions for years.
Oh my God, you're gonna have a good night's sleep.
And there's another one to go on top of it. Yeah, and it fits.
All that remains is for Mother Clutter and Scarlett to add a few finishing touches. For 4 years, Judith has been living with mountains of belongings she couldn't let go of.
Hello. Welcome to your new home.
So exciting.
Excited? Come on in then.
Judith and Two Socks have been treating the front room as a living, dining and bedroom. But now it has just one purpose.
Oh my goodness.
It's a living room.
It's at least.
In the hallway, Judith couldn't get into her actual bedroom. 3 generations of belongings had created a barrier. But now cleared, she can not only get into her room, she has a bed. Her overcrowded bathroom is now spacious.
Gosh, it feels lovely. It feels so lovely, and it's warm and clean. And the door shuts, so I can have a bath.
And then there's her kitchen. Before, it was piled high with broken gadgets and cardboard boxes. But now...
Somewhere to eat.
I just can't believe the floor. It's never been so clean.
It's lovely.
And I have space. And amazing. This, just the way you've reorganised it is just like I completely hadn't thought of that at all. It's loads better.
For most suffering from a hoarding disorder, starting the journey of decluttering their homes is tough. But for those, like Judith, who have other conditions to contend with, the battle is tougher still.
I've learned that the triggers that I was expecting were not what was triggering me. So I have actually learned a lot through this process. Wow. Hey, Mum.
Your mum has backed you to get through this. I know she has. I know she's been willing you on to get through it. I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, but it's been I will. It's been wonderful to see. Well, you've turned my life around, really.
Oh, thanks,
Because I
Judith.
was sinking in quicksand. It was horrible.
That is one of the best jobs I've ever done. See ya. Bye.
Come on, sweetie.
But there's still someone who hasn't seen their new home. Two Socks.
Blimey. Cool, what a difference. I'm proud to invite you in now instead of embarrassed.
I think it's brilliant. It's amazing. It looks so nice in there. Hopefully this will lead to have a better quality of life. Proper bedroom.
Feels like the house was cross with me before. It sounds a bit weird. Like it was fed up and just like wanted me to just get gone or something. Whereas now it's like, oh, we can be friends now. Sometimes I used to feel invisible. And now, like, people cared and they came and they helped. And it's changed everything. I love my home now. I keep grinning.
Next time.
Are you ready for this? I can't actually get in.
Look what's upstairs.
I don't want to go upstairs.
This is going to keep us busy for a while.
Be careful, please.
Yeah, straight down to the cellar.
What, half a metre of water in there? Full of stagnant water, basically.
You know, he said that it was bad, but it is worse than I thought.